quarterbacks that snuck in there on him. Let's start with Michael Vick and Kevin Cobb. Kevin is the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, at least he was the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Last week, Kevin got in, and I tell you, he got knocked out a few times until finally they realized Kevin can't come back in. Kevin got a concussion. Before the game started, Kevin was the starting quarterback. So Kevin would go in, he'd throw a couple, then they take him out. They like Michael go in, throw one, take him out, put Kevin back in. He throw 2 or 3, take him out. They was doing that through the whole game. Finally, Kevin got nailed. It was a couple of bad hits for him until he got a concussion. And you know the league changed the rules for concussions. Well, Kevin got a concussion. He had to go out. When they took Kevin out, Michael Vick had an opportunity to show that he really still had it. Michael Vick got in. Of course, you know he broke a record. He's one of the quarterbacks in the league that now has rushed over 4,000 yards. It's not likely for quarterbacks to rush for 4,000 yards. But he's a quarterback, and he went over the 4,000-yard mark. Once Michael got in and he got himself steady and in position, the Michael Vick of old, I thought for just a moment, was back. Michael really looked good. He got the ball moving. He scored a touchdown. He had one problem that I disagree with, and I felt like he was listening to what they say rather than being the Michael Vick of old. First, he was scrambling, rolling out, rushing for yards. That's how he got to 4,000. Looking like the Michael Vick of old. Philly fans was loving it, okay? They were ready to see that, which he didn't really have a chance to do at first because in for a minute, out for a minute, in for a minute, out for a play, in a play, out a play. Now that Kevin was gone, he got a chance to settle in and make it happen. But on one of the last plays, Michael Vick of old had an opportunity to run the ball in. Instead, Michael Vick of today elected to pass it, and it got dropped. So they didn't make it. They could have went. They could have won the game. They should have won that game. Michael should have ran that ball in, not pass it. Michael Vick of old is back. Let's see this week, who's going to start? Because I'm telling you, Michael looked very, very well. I don't know. Is Kevin coming back? Or is Michael going to start? And who knew that Donovan McNabb was going to come out as strong as he did? Washington right now is loving Donovan McNabb. He got traded this year from the Philadelphia Eagles to the Washington Redskins, and he came out really, really strong. I want to say good job. I think the fans are loving him. I think he's rejuvenated, coming out there, showing them that, hey, I'm not an old man. I haven't lost it yet. He did a great job. He came out strong. He threw. He passed. He ran. He looked really, really good. So kudos to Donovan McNabb.
Now it's time for our battlefield. This is where 2 of our ladies will duke it out to discuss and debate some of today's hot sports topics. Now on the battlefield, we have Carrie and Penny.
Ladies, are you ready for battle? Welcome to the battlefield. Our first topic today, should Reggie Bush have given up his Heisman Trophy?
Yes, he should have given up that Heisman Trophy because it's causing too much media.
No, Kareem, he should not have given
Just
up
leave
his
it
trophy.
alone in the past. He's a stand-up guy, and this is what a stand-up guy does. He's taking one for his former team. They already been severely punished.
If he was asked to give out this trophy, he should have been asked in 2005, not 2010.
I'm kind of going
If there was any sort of misconduct, the Heisman Committee should have figured this out in 2005, and he should never have been asked to forfeit this.
Still, 2005 stats still show he's a Heisman, with it or without it not.
Yeah, well, you know, that reminds me, right now, do you think college athletes should even be paid at this point?
I think they definitely need to be paid, and then we could avoid this fiasco like Reggie Bush losing his Heisman. If the college players made a little bit of money, not to the degree of the pro players, if they made a little bit of money, they are dedicated to the sport, they deserve it, we wouldn't have these kinds of things happening.
There's a thin line between amateur and professionalism. That's what it's college before, to build them up, to get them prepared to be pro. These players are not ready. J.J. Redick making $31K.
They're ready to make some monetary gain now. There was a college student just recently who sold his jersey last year, after last year's season, and then all of a sudden...
All right, let's stop it, ladies. I know it's getting rough around here, but, you know, I have my final question. do you think all this Reggie Bush controversy is actually going to affect the Saints as they play on the field? How's their morale going to be?
No, it's same. That's why I said there's a difference between amateur and professionalism. There you go. He's left all the media attention behind, and now he's moved forward, and this is what pros do.
And
they
I
move
disagree.
forward and get on.
I totally disagree. With so much media coverage, there is no way that the Saints team is not affected by all of this attention that Reggie Bush is giving. And I know he's a professional, but there's more than one person on that team.
And
Reggie
they all
Bush is
support
not
him.
the only person
Read
on
the
that
media,
team.
read the
They're
news.
all
They support
affected.
him. There's no
They're
problem.
all
Leave
affected.
it alone.
Okay, ladies, put the gloves down right now. I want to thank you for joining Ladies in the Locker Room on the battlefield. Please email us at ladiesintheLockerRoom@gmail.com and tell us who you're voting for. Did Karee win the battle, which I think, she did pretty well, or did Penny win the battle? You can also submit some more battlefield questions. Thank you so much.
Hey, no te vayas. That means don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.